welcome to another episode of Talking to Myself. I'm your host, Jake Letizia, and this is the podcast where I look into a camera and I talk to myself. How are you doing? How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing good. Hope you're not sick, dude. Hope you're not sick. Usually on this podcast, I started off by being like, I hope you're happy. I hope you're having a good time. I hope your life is great. And then I go into the podcast and I'm like, I'm not doing so good. I fucking feel sad or this or that. You know, I set it up for you guys to be living a great life while I try and share some of the shittiness of mine to maybe have somebody fucking feel less like garbage. But this time around, I'm going, hey, I hope you're not sick, and I'm sitting here not sick. So, and I'm probably talking to people who definitely are, because it seems like right now I'm the only motherfucker without COVID. And I've gotten it before, and maybe that's part of the reason why I haven't gotten it yet, but I know a lot of people who've gotten it twice at this point, so I don't know, knock on wood, but I don't have it somehow, so I'm going to go see my family for Christmas. Now, is that a good thing? I don't know. Some of you motherfuckers are like, oh no, I have COVID, guess I can't go home for Christmas, guess I'm going to save $700 on a flight. Is it that bad? I don't know, dude. When my brother had his bachelor party, I was looking at tickets for the bachelor party, and literally when I saw I was going to have to pay $600 because I took way too long to buy a ticket, I thought to myself, I wish I didn't have a brother, you know? I genuinely felt to myself, I was like, is it worth saving $600 to not have the relationship I had with my brother? Maybe. At least for like 10 minutes, I was like, definitely, dude, fuck this thing. Fuck this guy, dude. I don't need him. And then 10 minutes went by and I'm like, nah, I love my brother. It's going to be a nice wedding. I love my future sister-in-law. But for those 10 minutes, I solidly was like, fuck it, dude. Fuck it. I could buy an Xbox. Dude, $600. That's like what? 20 bucks is a meal. 600 divided by 20. I'm not good at math, but that's a lot of meals I'm missing out on, dude. That's a lot of food taken out of my fucking mouth. That is how I process money in general. I had to chip in for a gift card for, you know, somebody in my employment. I'm being so fucking cryptic. We all had to pitch in. Me and a bunch of people from work had to pitch in to give someone a gift that is above us, I'll say. We had to fucking, we had to get our boss a gift, which is, it's fine, dude. It's fine, but at the same time, I just wasn't expecting it. So then when everyone was like, oh, we usually all pitch in $25, I was like, dude, you just took a burger out of my mouth. Am I going to get a gift card back to get a burger back in my mouth? I don't know if it's going to be reciprocated. Also, I don't like that, dude. I don't like the office culture of let me get you a gift. And then I'm like, was I supposed to get you one? Let's just none of us get each other gifts. It's too fucking complicated. It's too confusing and complicated and too much of like maybe backstabby later if you get me a gift. And then I gotta wonder if you're secretly looking at me with daggers going, this motherfucker never gave me $15 for coffee. This motherfucker never reciprocated my $20 Starbucks card. Listen, dude, I appreciate the gesture, but I don't know you. I just started here, dude. Also, is that part of it? Is part of it like no one expects me to get anything because I just started working there? But if I work there for a year, they're like, motherfucker, you better get us all gifts. How does it work? And we all chipped in for that one thing because we were all in a group chat told to do it for one of the people above me, but for the other fucking person above me, nothing. As far as I know, we didn't do shit for them. That's a little fucked up, isn't it? Is it because some people need a gift and some people don't give a fuck? I don't know, dude, but I don't want to be around people who need a gift. You know what I'm saying? I don't like being around people who need a gift but don't tell you that. If somebody needs a gift or wants a gift, you better tell me straight up. If you don't get me a gift, I'll be pissed. And then I'll go, okay, I'll get you one then. Or I'll just stop associating with you entirely. That seems like the healthy way to go about it. Don't go, no, I don't really give a fuck about a gift. And then Christmas rolls around and then I just got to deal with this. Yeah, my Christmas was good. How was your Christmas? Nah, yeah, it was good. You know, I didn't really get much, but you know, it was, yeah. I didn't get much though, you know. How was yours? How did you get stuff? Did you get? I mean, I remember I gave you something. I don't want to deal with that, dude. If I don't know your middle name, I'm not gonna buy you a gift. I want blood relation. I want friends for multiple years, or I know your middle name. Those are the ways I give you a gift. I might not even give a gift to somebody who had sex with me. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to give me a gift. Time is more important than sex on whether or not you are given a gift. I don't know if that's how society always has been, but that's the current state of it. If you fuck somebody, they better know you for 7 months before you buy them something. Or I guess it depends on how intense. It's tricky, dude. It's tricky when you start hooking up with somebody or you start seeing someone and it's not become a concrete thing of your dating, and then a holiday comes up and then you're like, what the fuck are we supposed to do for this? Sorry if I'm spinning a lot. I got a new chair. It's a rolly chair and a spinny chair, and so now I find it very hard to sit still on it. Which it can be bad when you have to be in focus for a camera for a video podcast. But, you know, I'm trying to stay locked in as much as I can, but I keep having myself on a swivel right now. I can't help but twist and turn in a chair that can twist and turn. I remember doing an interview for a job, and halfway through it, I realized I was just doing this a shit ton, like aggressively. And it must have read like, this dude's nervous, that's why he keeps swinging about. And then, you know, in my head, I was like, that's definitely what they thought. That's definitely why they're not going to give me the job. It has nothing to do with the fact that when they asked me what my 5-year plan was, I was like, well, I don't want to be working here. What's your great goal? What's your great ambition? Oh, I want to have a TV show one day. It wasn't because of that. It wasn't like when I said that, they were like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? You're selling cameras. You're not using them. Shut the fuck up. And then they were like, hey, if we don't get back to you, definitely email us back and like hound us down to find out like about the job, which is definitely them saying like, we want to give the job to somebody who wants the job. And I was like, oh, definitely, I'll email you guys. Then a week went by and I was like, I'm not emailing anybody, dude. If they want me, come for me. That's a good mentality for dating, but that's not a great, I mean, it's not even that good of a mentality for dating. It can work though, dating wise. You'll just date less people, but it's not a good mentality to have for jobs when you need money. It's not good to desperately need an income and say, hey, if they want me, they can find me. That's not good. Anyway, I don't know. I was dating somebody. You got to gauge it. You got to gauge the person, how much you like the person, because you can botch it. You can start having sex with somebody and really like them, and then buy them like a piece of jewelry the first month you're dating, and then they're like, hey, that's too much. And you can literally scare them the fuck away from doing too nice of a gesture too early. Or you can find out that this person is out of their mind, because if you buy someone an expensive piece of jewelry a month into knowing them because it happens to be Valentine's Day, and they're like, hell yeah, I like this, you started off on the wrong foot. Because now you can't set the tone of a present like that. That's fucking insane. Your first present cannot be a home run. It needs to be a home run emotionally. You know? Unless you got a shit ton of money, then fuck it, dude. And the person who likes you. It's so funny. People, you really got to gauge the person for their gift. Because there are some people you will date who are like, get me an expensive fucking thing. And there are some people who you will date who you get them something expensive and they're like, yeah, I don't like this though. I don't even like expensive jewelry. Why don't you get me something I like? I learned that the hard way when I was in, I think I might have talked about this. There were 2 instances. I dated someone in fucking 6th grade who I bought a bracelet for her birthday or for Valentine's Day or something. It was a bracelet with a heart. And she never wore it. So I should have been clued in at that point. Like, oh, she didn't like that. But instead of processing it like that, I just processed it as she didn't like me because she broke up with me shortly after that. To be honest, this might be one of the instances I'm talking about. This is a girl in 6th grade who I dated. I've talked about her before on this. Who I never kissed. We never really hung out. But then I bought her a bracelet, a silver bracelet on her birthday with a heart. Or Valentine's Day. Don't remember what it was. But I bought her that. And when I say I bought her, I mean my mother bought her that because I didn't have money because I was in 6th grade. What a nice parent. My mom should have been like, dude, actually I don't know if it was nice or not nice. My mom should have been like, hey, this is a 6th grade relationship. You don't need to get her a fucking bracelet with her initials in it. Like, go fucking, like, hug her first, you know? But instead she was like, sure, that's so sweet, young love. No, Mom, fucking tell me to shut the fuck up and not bug you about buying her a bracelet. That's insane. So then years later, I was in my first ever actual relationship where we kissed and we fucked and we lost each other's virginity. I don't know why I said we fucked and lost each other's virginity. Those usually go hand in hand, especially if it's the first time. Usually you lose your virginity before you fuck or when you fuck. Anyway, we lost our virginity and fucked and everything. And it was a nice time. And that was my first love of my life. And I'm going to be honest with you, I think I bought her the same exact kind of a bracelet. Years later, I went from 12 years old to 17 years old, and not a thing had changed emotionally in my brain. I did not understand at all, like, hey, man, don't get the same bracelet that didn't work when you were in 6th grade. It definitely won't work in high school, you stupid fuck. So I bought her this bracelet, and it had her initials on it. Same exact fucking thing. I think it's the same place. To be honest with you, I don't know whether to blame me or my mom, because she definitely was like, oh, you want another gift for your girlfriend? She'll like this. It might just be my mom doesn't understand women. My mom has shitty taste for herself, maybe? I don't know. I bet you if I asked my mom if dad brought you a heart-shaped bracelet, would you wear it? He'd be like, she'd probably be like, absolutely not. I'd be like, why did you have me buy that twice for 2 different relationships? And my mom would be like, well, girls like that. What? You're a girl, dude. I know you're a woman, but still, you know what I'm saying. Anyway, I got that bracelet for my girlfriend, and we were very much in love, and she never wore it. And then one time I asked her, why don't you ever wear it? And she said, well, I don't like it. And I was like, why don't you like it? What do you mean? Why don't you like it? And she was like, well, I don't like, that's not even something I would wear. Like, I never wear shit like that. Why would I wear, like, it doesn't fit with anything I wear. Like, that's clearly not something I would like. Like, you know what I like. And then I was like, do I? And I think that was the first moment where I was like, oh, I should really, like, pay attention to and, like, have some. I think that was the first time I really realized, like, oh, my girlfriend, like, puts an effort into what she wears and, like, is trying to say something and show how she feels or what she likes from what she wears. I didn't think about that. You're talking to a dude who fucking wore a sweatshirts with movie quotes on it and fucking dad jeans all of his high school and middle school career. That's all I wore was a sweatshirt and jeans. And to be honest with you, I just got a pair of jeans recently for the first time in a long time. When I say I got, I mean it was given to me because my dad was like, these are too tight. So I have a pair of too tight for my father dad jeans that I've been wearing, and I've been also wearing a black sweatshirt with it, and I'm not going to lie, I was onto something in high school. It's a little different because in high school, neither of them fit me, and now they're both like tight enough where, you know, you can see I'm not too schlubby. Although still, I mean, I was with somebody who as soon as they saw me without clothes, they were like, wow, you really surprised me. Which made me be like, I surprised that. I don't know. I feel like you're insulting me. She was like, you look so good You look so good without clothes on. And I was like, well, doesn't that mean I look so bad with them on? Like, I'm okay with being a pleasant surprise for someone, but I don't want to be like an aggressive surprise. She was so surprised that I was like, I need to rethink my wardrobe entirely. I need women to have that reaction to me before the clothes come off so that they will more readily be like, can I get your clothes off of you? Because apparently what's happening right now, how I'm operating is this person's like, oh, this person seems like the way they read me is like, oh, they seem cute and fun and they're making me laugh, but I don't really know about the rest of it. And then apparently when my clothes come off, they're like, whoa, why are you hiding this shit? No, I don't. Well, it was very nice of her to be so complimentary towards me, but also at the same time, I was like, I'm not as fit as you're saying. I'm so flattered by the thoughts that you think, but I disagree with many of them. You know. Anyway, that was the first, and now that was when I realized with my girlfriend how she like. And then I looked at the kind of bracelet she was wearing at the time because she was like, this is a bracelet I like. And it was like, it was not even, it was like jewelry. It was like a bracelet you would get from like a garage sale. Or it was like it was not trying to be like a thing that you could easily get. It was a thing with character that looked worn the fuck in. It was like, it was wooden looking even though it wasn't made of wood. Do you know what I'm talking about? Her clothes were very wooden, if that makes sense. It probably doesn't make any sense. She never wore wooden clothes, but they felt wooden and like nature-y to me. Her clothes felt like the woods, you know? They felt like the forest to me. And then I was like, oh, okay. I bought you something that feels like fucking Target. I bought you something that feels like Zales, and meanwhile, the stuff you like wearing feels like you're about to build a treehouse, you know? And now I'm realizing, and it was also interesting because I realized when she said that, I was like, oh yeah, you're right. Because the kind of bracelet I bought for her was the kind of thing that if I saw someone wearing, it would make me less attracted to them. And yeah, wow, I'm realizing that was like my first moment of like, oh, you're right, you don't like this, and I should be aware of that because I am unconsciously aware of it because the reason why I'm attracted to you is partly because of how you dress, is how you put yourself together. And now I'm going to be honest with you, that might be the most attractive quality I find in a lot of people. There's a wide range of, I mean, I think I've talked about this on the podcast before. I like somebody who has a look that fits them. Because you'll meet people who dress and talk and sound like something that they are not at all when they speak to you, and that's such a fucking bummer, dude. But then you'll meet people who like everything about them fits their personality so much so that you're like, hey, when can we kiss? You know? When can we not be in this room and be in a different room together alone and just make out? But Omicron, you know? Omicron. It's rampant, dude. It's rampant. I wonder why. Maybe it's because of all these fucking Christmas parties. I don't even know how I got on the subject of, dating, buying a gift when you date somebody immediately. It can be tricky. The best, and now as I've gotten older, I feel like I've gotten better at gifts. Because all you need to really do is listen to what someone likes and then get them a gift associated with a thing they like. Like my girlfriend at the time, when I got her that bracelet, she's like, I don't like that kind of shit. I was like, oh, let me stick to Alice in Wonderland gear. Because every time I get you that, you like it. And that's what I did, and it worked out. Every time it was her birthday, I got her like fucking a stuffed animal of the white rabbit. And she was like, I love this. And I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense. Get someone something they like. I was listening to a group of women recently talk about like what to get guys they know and what like to get their boyfriends and stuff. And they were like, there's not much to get men. And then they were talking about the things to get men. And it was all like clothing based. And it was all, I was like, dude, buy him a video game, dude. Pay for their Xbox Game Pass subscription for a year. What are you talking about, dude? Know what Halo is and download it for him. There's lots of stuff to get guys. I don't know what you're talking about, man. There's so many. Buy him an Xbox. Buy him a PlayStation. Like, buy him a toy, dude. You know? Buy him tickets for a movie he really wants to see. Buy him concert tickets for someone who, a comedian he likes. Like, it's not that. One of the best gifts I ever got was a girlfriend of mine bought me comedy tickets to a show in a theater that I really wanted to see. And she'd even buy them for herself. She bought 2 for me. She was like, you take whoever you want. I don't want to see, I don't like this comedian that much. I don't think he's funny. So have a good time. And it was a nice gift. It was very confusing to me. I was like, they said there's not a lot to get men. And I was like, damn, I could think of 600 video games you could get me, and I would be happy to get any of them. That'd be my first question. Does he like movies? Yeah, buy him a DVD. Although that's hard to do now, dude, because everything's so digital. A lot of things can't even take discs anymore. So get him, pay for it. People should do that more. That's a good gift. If you gave me a voucher for 6 months of Spotify, I would kiss you, you know? If you were my girlfriend and you bought me a 2-month voucher for or 2-year voucher for fucking Xbox Live, I would shower you with fucking love. I would take you out to dinner every single night that I had that subscription paid for. 100%. That's all getting a gift is, knowing what somebody likes, or having it be some sort of connection between the two of you. Oh, maybe I've talked about this in the podcast before. I don't know, but it applies to what we're talking about right now. So I'm going to say it again, and I apologize if it's repeating old shit I said. Like I said in the last podcast, I'm redundant as fuck. I'm so redundant that I'm talking about being redundant again. The best gift I ever got someone who I just started seeing was Valentine's Day was coming up like 3 weeks after we started seeing each other. And I really liked her a lot, and she liked me a lot, and we just liked the fuck out of each other. Like, this was someone who, in my brain, I was like, oh, I want to date her if it goes that route. Like, I would love to be boyfriend and girlfriend with this beautiful lady. And Valentine's Day was coming up, and I really wanted to get her something because I wanted to show, like, I like you. But I didn't want to, get too crazy and show, like, I love you. You want to say I like you. You don't want to say I love you because you don't want to freak somebody the fuck out. So during that time, this was pre-COVID, she was coughing a shit ton. She was coughing an amount where now they would lock her up. She would have to get tested every day for a year, and they would fucking put her in a prison cell and go, hey, dude, don't go near anybody. She was coughing an amount that is disturbing if it happened right now. But there was no COVID, so it just became a funny thing that she had such an aggressive cough. And she's like, I'm not sick, I just have a cough. But we would have sex, and then she would lie there and just like, for like throughout the entire night, like the most like unattractive, like gross cough. Like the worst thing to have when you just are starting to see someone and you want them to think you're sexy and cute. But me, I thought it was cute. I thought it was very cute and sexy. And I liked that she was coughing. It was very funny to me. So when Valentine's Day was coming up, I got her a card, and then I got her like 2 or 3 bags of just like cough drops. But I put it in like a nice bag with tissue paper, like it was like a really cool gift. And I gave her a card, and I could see in her eyes, she was like, oh no. I could see in her eyes, she's like, oh no, he got me a Valentine's Day gift. I didn't get him that at all. Wasn't even thinking about it because that's not what this is. This could be very bad. I could see it in her face like, oh fuck. Am I going to have to stop seeing this guy that I am enjoying? Because he went too quick? All right, this is going to be a little weird because the camera just cut and the audio probably just cut out. Sorry, some fucked up shit happened with my Pro Tools. Anyway, let me finish up this real quick, and then we'll go into the second part. But what I was saying was, what the fuck was I saying? God damn it. This fucking Pro Tools fucked up the entire flow, dude. I was deep in conversation, deep in telling a story. Conversation with nobody. Conversation with myself. No, what the fuck was the story I was telling? Yes, okay. Oh, so she was looking at me like, oh no, am I going to have to never see this fucking guy again because he went too big too soon. So I give her the card, and I forget what the card said, but it said something like real fucking stupid. Like, I think it said something like, you are the worst and I don't like you at all. Because I don't know. That's a flirt I like to do, and some people like it and some people don't. But she's tended to like it. Like, it was fun for us to say to each other, like, I don't like you, because we clearly liked each other a lot. So I think I said something like that in the card. Anyway, so then I go, well, now open the gift, and she's looking at it like, okay, that card was fine. What I used to do is, and what I still do is, for holidays and birthdays and stuff, I buy people like Hallmark cards, and I cross the shit out that it says and write my own thing. And so I did that for that. And so she liked that. But she was like, that's fine, the card's fine. And then she's like, fuck, what is this gift going to be? And she opens it up, and inside is 3 bags of cough drops, and she started laughing. She started laughing very hard, and then she was like, this is a good present. And then I was like, were you worried? She's like, yeah, very. She was like, thank God this was funny and cute, and that's all it was. And then we joked about it. I was like, how worried were you that it was going to be like a big thing? She goes, I was pretty fucking worried. I was pretty worried. I was like, if he bought me a piece of jewelry, I'm going to feel uncomfortable. So, yeah. So if you like somebody, you shouldn't not get them a gift right away if a holiday's coming up. But you know, make it fit the context of the developing relationship. Don't over purchase, you know? Anyway. It would have been so funny too if she was like, what the fuck? What are you saying? That I have a cough? What does my cough gross you out? If I just found out in a moment that she sucked. Oh shit, everything I thought about this person is wrong. She's the worst. What the fuck? What, am I supposed to eat these? What, you want me to eat these? What, after we fuck? What, I gross you out? What, have I been grossing you out? Oh, if I've been grossing you out so much, why the fuck are we here right now? Why the fuck are you with me? And I'm like, dude, it's a joke. Anyway, but she didn't do that. She laughed, and it was very nice, and we dated for 9 months, and then we broke up, and it was very sad, but she was dope, and I'm glad we met. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next part. What's up? I'm back. So, yeah. Getting gifts, man. Getting gifts. I did not get my family any gifts this year. Last year, I got my brother. I got who was at Christmas because it was a very small Christmas. I got them all gifts. My parents and my brother and his fiance. But this year, I didn't get anything, which is funny because last year I had no money, and this year I'm making some money, and I have more money where I could buy something, but I didn't. Forgot my mom's birthday. Forgot to buy gifts for people. I'm killing it on all fronts family-wise. I'm fucking destroying, dude. My family loves me, dude. I'm not getting any of them gifts. I don't remember their birthdays. We're blood. I'm a fucking sick kid/brother. Kid/brother. Son/brother. Anyway, I'm not surprised about this Omicron shit. Was I talking about this last podcast where I was like, why do we need to call it the Delta variant? Or Delta variant worked, but why we got to call it Omegang or Omicron, whatever the fuck. It sounds like a fucking transformer, dude. Why are we calling it Omicron? You know why? Because Omicron sounds scary, and that's good to put in the news. Some scary ass shit. The news is let's scare the fuck out of everybody. Because really with Omicron, people are freaking out right now, but if you look at it, I feel like it's a progress. Right? It seems like this variant, like a lot of people are getting it, but not many people are dying from it. I mean, that's what it seems like. I don't know. Have I done a lot of research on this? Absolutely not. Have I just heard a couple of my friends tell me the statistics and I trust them? 100%. Have 3 different friends told me the statistics of it and I believe them? Yes. So don't take my word for it. Take my friend's secondhand word from me. But, you know, I could just trust them blindly, and I kind of do. But, you know, I'm not surprised about Omicron. I hate fucking calling it that. I'm not surprised about this new strand of COVID, okay? That's what it's called, strands, right? New strain, new strand. Is COVID a stranding type game? I don't understand that. I didn't realize that COVID is a stranding type. Is that what Death Stranding is secretly about? It's about COVID? It's about all the different strands that cause death from COVID? Anyway, is it strain or strand? I don't know. But what I want to say is, I'm not surprised because all you motherfuckers were having crazy Christmas parties. People were having Christmas parties like Halloween was happening twice. I don't know what the fuck was happening. I saw a lot of people walking around with antlers on like they were cat ears. What is going on? Since when do people dress up like Santa and Rudolph and have a party about it and drink eggnog? I've heard of ugly sweater parties, but I've never heard of like North Pole parties. What is happening? It's very strange to me. To me, Christmas is like you see friends and family and you just have dinner and that's it. You don't dress up like the Grinch, you eat ham. That's what you do. Is it going to be green? I don't know. That'd be a weird party, but if you go to a party and there's green eggs and ham for some reason, then if you're dressed like the Grinch, you're on theme, so I don't mind it. But if you come over and I have eggnog and I'm serving you a rotisserie chicken, why are you dressed like an elf in Santa's toy house? What are you doing, dude, in Santa's fucking workshop? Okay? Take the elf ears off of your fucking face. A Santa Claus hat is the maximum. I don't want to see you dressed like a character from a stop motion film I was afraid of as a kid. Okay? But damn, a lot of people, and I don't know, I mean, it felt like to me it was more than usual, the Christmas parties. The Christmas parties were really fucking kicked up a notch this year. I don't know why. It's probably because we're all sick of COVID and we finally can go out. So we're like, fuck it. Let's have as many parties as we can. Let's fucking turn Christmas into Halloween too. Fuck it. It's Halloween themed Christmas. Everyone dresses something from your favorite Christmas movie. People are dressed like fucking John McClane. People are dressed like Miles Morales from the video game. Whatever has snow in it, you can dress as at this party. People are done. It's interesting to see. I don't know. Maybe we're just at the stage now with Omicron, with COVID. Omicron. I'm telling you, he sounds like fucking he's about to meet Optimus Prime. That's what Omicron sounds like to me. It sounds like Optimus Prime is about to be like, we need to find Omicron. He is the only one who can stop Megatron with us. Bumblebee, Omicron, on me. And Omicron turns into like a giant testing site. He goes from a robot into a COVID testing site. It could work, dude. Or a truck that delivers the syringes. He turns into a fucking Pfizer truck. That's what he does. Omicron is a Pfizer truck. That's what he transforms into. He goes from robot to Pfizer truck to fucking alien from another planet. Dope, dude. I don't know what kind of beast war he would be. Probably a pangolin. If Omicron was in Beast Wars, he'd be a pangolin. Dude, what are we doing right now? Omicron should be... They had Big Bird saying that you should take the vaccine. Omicron should be in Transformers. Come on, Michael Bay, get on it. Bumblebee, when the fuck did that come out? Time to make Omicron. Aren't they making Beast Wars? Isn't Beast Wars becoming like a new TV show or a new movie? Get on it, dude. If Beast Wars is coming out, I want to see Omicron as a pangolin. And Mickey Mouse can come fuck it. That's a reference to the South Park pandemic specials. If you haven't seen it, Mickey Mouse fucks a pangolin. It's very funny. It's one of those things where you watch it and you go, how are they allowed to do this? I guess this is parody law? South Park has taken parody law to the nth degree. If you want to understand parody law in any way, shape, or form, just watch South Park and you could see like, oh, you can really fucking push this as far as you want. As long as you're making fun of something, you can really represent it incorrectly. Yeah, Omicron, dude. It is what it is. I don't know. I don't have it. Hopefully I don't get it. That's how I feel about it right now. Thank God it's not killing people. Thank God. I mean, I'm sure it's killing some people, but thank God it's not killing as many people as regular COVID is. I'm glad that, like, you know, people are surviving this version of it. I think this might just be what it is. I think we might just be I think it might just be that this is, you know, people get COVID. It's been 2 years of this shit, you know? I think we're just at the point where it's like, yeah, people will get it, and we'll have times like this where people get tested and everyone stay safe, wear a mask, get the booster if you can. If you're not vaccinated, get vaccinated. Try not to get the fucking disease. If you don't want to get vaccinated, don't. I mean, aren't we in that scenario now where you just get, you know, you try and be as safe as you can? And you try not to kill people, right? I don't know. A couple of people that I know were like, yeah, I think there's going to be another lockdown. I was like, I don't know, man. I don't know about that. I do not know about that. I feel like people are pretty... Have you seen the numbers for Spider-Man? Every time somebody's like, I think there's going to be another lockdown in New York, I'm like, have you seen the numbers for Spider-Man? And also, have you seen Spider-Man? And the person telling me about lockdown is like, well, yeah, I saw Spider-Man. I'm like, so what are you talking about, dude? If you're worried about a transformer infecting your body with COVID and you were watching Willem Dafoe in theaters this weekend going, holy fuck, this guy did not skip a beat. What are you talking about? You know the answer to that question of whether there will be a lockdown or not. You know it. We both know it. The answer is people are over it. You know, thankfully they're not over it enough to like not. I mean, I've seen a thing that's been reassuring is like I saw a lot of people like stop wearing masks on subways and shit, and then once this Omicron thing started happening, people were wearing masks again, and I was like, oh, that's cool. It's a natural ebb and flow. I think that's just what it's going to be. Is that, you know, when people are getting sick, people are going to wear masks, and when people aren't sick, they're not going to be wearing them as much. I mean, that's what fucking that's what it's been like in Japan forever, right? Japan and China. It's been that way, you know. They're fucking smart. People who live there are smarter than the people who live here, obviously. They're like, oh, people are sick. People are getting sick. I don't want to get sick. I don't want to make people sick. Let me wear a mask. And then meanwhile, like years ago, my brother would get angry at people wearing masks because he's like, hey, what? You're trying to make me feel like, what, that I'm sick, that you don't want to get sick from me? Like he took a personal offense to someone being smart and healthy. And I didn't disagree with him, man. I've felt that. I used to feel that way. That's how far away we are from that world. is that me and my brother used to feel slightly offended if someone wore a mask around me or someone wore a mask on a plane because we felt like it was them thinking that we were all dirty, sick people. Like whoever was wearing the mask, we thought it was that person thinking like, oh, everyone on this plane is dirty and sick. And now if I see someone with a mask on a plane, I go, yeah, dude, let's all wear one. Just in case, you know? Fuck. I don't know. I'm just not that freaked out. I don't know. Maybe I should be more. I don't know. I don't know. I do not know. I don't know what the right thing to be is, but I can tell you what I feel, and it is that, you know, at least we know how to deal with it. Honestly, I feel good. I feel good about, like, there's a new wave, sure, but people aren't dying. We all understand how to stay away from each other or how to like halt the spread a little bit. Like, I feel like we are in a good spot, even though it doesn't seem like that. I don't know. I saw a lot of movies this week, man. I'm also off for these 2 weeks. Also, like right when Omicron was gearing up, I have 2 weeks off, so I'm also being like, hey man, let's not have this ruin our time. I am selfishly kind of being like, let's not let this ruin our vacation, dude, or my vacation rather. Come on, dude. And I'm trying to make it other people's problem too. Of like, yeah, I'm not the only one on vacation. It's fucking Christmas. A lot of people don't have this. A lot of people have this last week off. Let's fucking chill, dude. I want people to go to the bar with me. I want to go on a date, maybe. I don't know. It's almost New Year's. I want to fucking bring in the New Year right. I don't know. Stay safe, yeah. Do what you can, you know? Don't be irresponsible. Don't be a fucking dum-dum. I don't know. Also, if you're listening to me for advice on Omicron, that's insane. And you aren't. I know you aren't. Barely anyone listens to this, and definitely no one listens to it to be like, I want to hear what his point of view on how to stay safe from COVID is. What's his point of view on COVID? Dude, fuck that. No one cares. I don't know. I don't really care about many people's opinion on it anymore. I just don't care about it. I don't. As far as I'm concerned, it's like, yeah, what do people say? What's the thing to stay safe? Let's do that. When people start like getting real into, I feel bad for even talking about it this much. I don't know. I feel like the way most people feel now, at least the way I feel, is just shut the fuck up. Everything you're saying to me, I know already. I already know it. I heard it. I know. I'm good. I'm doing my part. Shut the fuck up. Leave me alone. Like I feel like in May, when it first happened in March, from March to May, we were all like, "Damn, this is crazy. How long is this gonna last?" And now we're 2 years into it, and we're just like, "Hey, man." And when somebody's like, "Wow, it's still happening," we're all like, "Hey, man, shut the fuck up." Yeah, dude, this is life now. This is it. This is it. Maybe one day everyone will not wear a mask and we'll feel cool about it. But for now, this is it. If you feel like you need to get tested, go get tested. If you aren't vaccinated and you want to get and you feel fucking like you should, go do it. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like we're doing as much. I mean, especially in New York. In New York City, it's. I mean, everywhere you go, you got to have a vaccine. So at least here, it's rough for anyone to try and be like, we can do more, you know, because it's like we're doing a lot. We're doing a lot more than, you know. If you're a person who's concerned about that, you can still go out and feel like, well, at least everyone here is vaccinated. It's pretty safe. That's a pretty I don't know how much you can get. How much more safe can you be? I don't know. I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about anymore. I don't want to talk about COVID. Let's talk about something else. I saw The Matrix. I saw Spider-Man in The Matrix. And it's very funny. I saw Spider-Man, and it's very interesting because Spider-Man, I really liked the new Spider-Man. And I've talked about on this podcast how Spider-Man isn't that funny. And I still maintain that. The Spider-Man movies are not that funny. I was laughing during this new Spider-Man, and I found moments of it funny, but I still don't think it's a hilarious film. Maybe I should clarify that from the last time I talked about Spider-Man. I talked about Spider-Man and I was like, they're not that funny. Marvel movies in general aren't that funny, and I stand by that. They're not hilarious fucking films. Go see Red Rocket, dude. That movie's funny as fuck. That movie made me laugh out loud a ton of times. Okay? Spider-Man, you're watching the new Spider-Man, and spoiler alert, at one point Willem Dafoe says, I'm something of a scientist myself, and I laughed out loud because it's so stupid, but still funny. And that moment was great, and I'm glad that moment was in it, and it made me laugh. But if you then go, well, Spider-Man's a great comedy film, I would go, hey, man, shut the fuck up. They know it's not either. If you're out there being like, the Marvel movies are hilarious, you have something wrong with your brain, dude. They're funny enough. They're as funny as they should be. They're as funny as Back to the Future is. Tom Holland in a recent interview said, I'm trying to be what I've really tried to be as Spider-Man is this generation's Marty McFly. And when he said that, I was like, damn, dude, you nailed it. That's exactly what you are. A very fun person to watch. Cute, charming, all over the place, but getting shit done, and mildly amusing, mildly funny. That's what you are. Marty McFly is not fucking hilarious, but he makes you laugh. And that's not an insult. That's just what it is. People get offended when you talk about Marvel not being that funny. What are you offended by, dude? Pick some better friends. If you think Marvel movies are hilarious, your social life is bad. It's depressing, dude. Anyway, the new Spider-Man's very good. But it's funny because a lot of my friends who love Marvel shit or watch a lot of Marvel shit, they did not like the new Spider-Man that much. And I don't. Maybe it's because I haven't watched anything since the Avengers. Maybe that's what it is. The Avengers Endgame is the only Avengers film I've seen, and I haven't seen a Marvel movie since that movie. And I really liked Spider-Man. I don't know. Maybe people are like done with the formula of it. But the formula is not that bad if you do it every once in a while, you know? You can't eat food all the time. I love spaghetti. If I ate spaghetti 45 times a month, I would fucking hate spaghetti. If I eat spaghetti every once in a while, it's always a delicious meal. If you pick one Marvel movie out of every 10 that you'd like to see, the formula won't be that fucking worn to you, and you'll have a good time. And that's not me saying, criticizing for people who watch all the Marvel shit, but I guess that's more me saying like, hey, why don't we just calm down? I don't know. Do what you feel. If you like it, if you're having a good time, do it. But I don't understand people watching 4 different Marvel TV shows. I do not get it. Who wants to watch that much fucking Marvel shit? I don't understand it. That's too much, dude. It's already a lot to watch 3 television shows. To watch 3 fucking Marvel TV shows? What are you doing, dude? You're fucking... Of course you're sick of it. Of course when you see Spider-Man No Way Home, you're like, I'm sick of this fucking bullshit. Yeah, dude. Yeah, you just watch the Winter Soldier TV show, Hawkeye, whatever. Those are 2 different shows. You just watched Hawkeye, the Winter Soldier, Loki, and WandaVision. You just watched fucking 50 hours of Marvel TV. Why the fuck would you have a good time watching a 2.5 hour movie with the same kind of shtick? What? And I know they're different and the characters are different and this and that and the other thing, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, dude, I mean, watch Boardwalk Empire. Change it up, dude. I don't know. But also, who am I to talk? I don't watch anything. I'm a guy who will play the same video game over and over again. So who am I to say, like, why are you spending so much time on these Marvel movies? Halo just came out and I beat it twice. Like, what the fuck am I talking about? I like to waste my time on bullshit as well. You ever have somebody talk about like reality TV shows to you? They're like, I love the Kardashians. And then people will be like, how can you watch that shit? I guess that's not what it is. I'm not saying like, how could you watch Marvel shit? I'm saying like, how could you not expect to be sick of it if you watch that much of it? I guess that's what I'm saying. But also, to each their own. Everyone's got their own opinion. That's fine. That makes sense. But yeah, it's funny. People need trash. And it's not even to say that the thing that they're consuming is trash or is bad, but people need something that they don't need to really think about too much. They need something to fill time. We like to waste our time, and we all need something to waste time on. That's why we have the phrase time wasters, because we all like to waste large swaths of our life on some kind of bullshit so we don't kill people, I really think that. I think we watch a lot of stuff, a lot of content we take in just subdues us enough not to realize how awful our situation is, so we don't start murdering everyone. And whenever someone's like, I love the Kardashians, I'm like, yeah, dude. We all have our thing. But sometimes I want to be like, yeah, dude. I mean, that's cool that you have that, but like, I just process it as some people don't have video games. Some people don't. Some people are like, I love watching The Bachelor. My friend, he loves watching The Bachelor. And I'm like, hey, dude, have you ever played Halo? And he's like, no, I haven't really played video games in a while. I'm like, all right, well, The Witcher 3 is good. And next thing you know, he's like, I forgot to watch this season of The Bachelor. I wonder why. I wonder why suddenly I forgot to watch this entire season of a show I used to like. I don't know. Anyway, are you going to be on Fortnite tonight? Only 4.5 minutes left on the clock. I did this podcast late. I'm recording this on Thursday at it's almost 6 o'clock. This is the latest I've ever put out the podcast. I guess it's going to go out tonight or tomorrow morning, but this is the latest I've ever taken to do it. And honestly, I don't know why. Maybe it's because my apartment's empty. Whenever I have enough time, whenever I have an open enough time, I don't do things, if that makes sense. Like if I do my podcast here, my roommate is often here, and I try and do it at a time where I try and get it over with so he doesn't have to he doesn't care. He's a very nice guy. He doesn't give a shit when I do the podcast. But I try to either do it at a time when he's not here, or I try and do it at a time late at night when he's not using the living room, whatever the fuck. I try and do it at a time that makes sense, that's not inconveniencing anybody. Or I do the podcast at the condo an hour away from where I live, and that's like a nice time I block off, and that's the time I have to do it, so I get it done. But this week, I've had the whole week off, and my roommate's not even here, so I've just had, in my head, I'm like, oh, I can do it at any time. So naturally, when you can think to yourself, oh, I can do this at any time before the week is over, I just need to release it at some point this week. Whenever that's what happens, you fucking put it off aggressively. Or at least I put it off aggressively. And I do not like that about myself. And I should try not to fucking do that. I should be like, ooh, I have all the time in the world to do this week. Let me do it immediately and get it over with. That should be my new mentality. Get shit over with. Get it done. Because you feel so good when you do something early. And yet you still procrastinate. What the fuck is that? The human brain is dumb as fuck. Constantly we do things that we know will make our lives worse. And then every once in a while we'll do something that makes our life better, and we'll feel the intense, insane relief of thank God I did that thing early. Thank God I worked out today. Oh my God, I feel so much better because I did a productive thing that I don't usually do. And then for whatever reason, the next day when you're like, ooh, I should do another productive thing, you go, nah, just fucking pick up a controller. Oh, I should cook again. I felt good because I cooked last night. Nah, Seamless is right in front of you. What the fuck is that? The human condition constantly is fucking itself, and I don't know why. I don't know why we don't automatically pick the right thing to do. What is it about the human brain that wants so badly to fuck itself over? Anyway. Yeah. I think it's strange that when you fuck somebody, they think that they've been in your life for 4 years. Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you know what I'm talking about? This is something I I wrote down that I forgot about entirely until right this moment. I was talking to a friend of mine who's been seeing somebody, and she told me how he got like upset or like he got kind of annoyed because she missed someone in her life she missed someone in her life who was very important to her, and he was like kind of upset and jealous, and they just started seeing each other. Like she just started seeing this guy, and it really bugged me because that's happened to me as well, and that happens to everybody. When they first start seeing somebody, the person you're seeing will get jealous of someone who's been in your life way longer than they have. And this is something that I did, or I fell victim to when I was younger. I was younger in a relationship, and I would get jealous of people that I had no right to be jealous of. There's a lot of people who you might feel jealous towards who you have no fucking right to be even remotely jealous towards. And I'm going to finish talking about this in a sec because the camera's about to go out. What's up? I'm back. So yeah, you don't... A person will... You'll start dating somebody, and then you will miss an ex, or you will miss a person in your life who's very important to you. And then, or you'll be bummed out, and then the person will be like, wait, why are you bummed out? You'll be like, oh, I kind of just miss my ex a little bit. And then the person will be like, well, then why are we together? Like, why are we dating? And it's like, have you never broken up with somebody, dude? Like, they're not erased from existence. You, right now, have exes of yours that you still maybe have feelings for or kind of miss. You understand that you can date somebody else while still kind of feel a way towards somebody else. Of course you can. You develop bonds with multiple fucking people. And it's very strange to me whenever somebody starts dating you and then they're like, well, our bond is super strong because it's the current one. What? Just because you're the newest person in my life doesn't mean shit. Right? Am I fucked up for this? Like, if I just dated someone for 2 years and I start seeing you and we were seeing each other for like 3 months, I don't know if you're gonna be a 2-year relationship. I don't know if how important this is going to be for both of us. I got no fucking clue. You got no clue. So if I get slightly sad because I see an old picture of her, what, like, you can't handle that sadness for 3 seconds? And I think that's what bothers me too. It's a very selfish thing to be like, you miss your ex of 3 years? But don't you like me? Yeah, I like you, sure. But I know a lot more about this other person. People do that with friends too. People think that it's so, I don't understand it. And it'll be quick too. It'll be quick, and a person who fucks a lot. Like, you will start seeing someone or start having sex with somebody who is fucking a bunch of other people, not just you. But they like you for whatever reason. It really is fucked up that like when that's how I perceive it. It is fucked up that whenever I'm with somebody who's seeing a bunch of different people, but they like me the most, I really every time go, yeah, you like me the most for some fucked up reason. Like, I really do think, well, if you like me, if you got a bunch of options and you're picking me over them, you got something wrong with you. That's really not good. That's really not a good thing. I don't know. Sometimes I feel bad about that too, because also in that scenario, I'm like, well, I don't. I mean, you could pick somebody else. I don't. I don't know. And I'm not trying to be cool. I'm not trying to be like, yo, I don't give a fuck. I genuinely am like, well, yeah, no, I like hanging out with you, but if you like somebody more, you should go with them. I want you to be in love. And that person's like, well, don't you want me to pick a you? And I'm like, I don't care. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I don't have that feeling. I used to when I was younger. I had the feeling of like, well, I want to be the one who's picked. And maybe it's just a factor of being older and knowing that there's plenty of people around and there's like, and some relationships last a long time and some do not. But it's been a long time since I've met someone where I'm like, I gotta beat out everybody so I can have her. I'm like, well, no, let's hang out, and if she picks me, good, cool. I don't know. I think people I don't know. I think people's egos are very big. People's egos are very big, and I think they're very selfish, and they just want you for that. They're like, I want you to pick me because I want to be liked. Everyone just wants to be liked, which is fine, and it's a human thing. I want to be liked. I want people to fucking like me. Of course I do. Of course I want someone to like me. It's a bummer when someone doesn't like you. But also, you're like, it's fine when someone doesn't, okay? It's fine when someone doesn't like you. It's not the end of the world. You'll recover. You'll be okay. You'll survive. So yeah. Don't think that you are the most important in someone's life if you just started seeing them. That's a crazy thing to think. No matter who you are. No matter who you are, if you just started seeing somebody, understand that the people who've been in their life longer than you probably have priority over you, and that makes sense logically. You shouldn't be offended by logic, okay? It makes sense to everybody. Anyway, that's it for the podcast this week. Sorry it's late. It is what it is. If you're waiting for it, which you probably weren't, sorry. If you weren't waiting for it, here it is. Hope you enjoy. I had a great time as always. I love you guys, and I'll see you next week.